One of the best Halloween Horror Nights haunted houses of all time is officially returning to this year's HHN exclusively at Universal Studios Hollywood. The Weeknd officially returns in his brand new haunted house.
Stupid it was.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. My name is Scott and you're watching your stop for all things theme park and attraction related. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below with those bell notifications on and leave this video a like at the end if you do enjoy it, because it does help out the channel a whole lot. So make sure to do so by clicking that like button down below at the very end. Welcome back everybody. We have an exciting announcement. The only rumor that I really cared about for this year's HHN. And not to say that I didn't care about the other rumors, but this one I was very passionate about. And I didn't want to get my hopes up about it because, like, with rumors and everything, sometimes stuff can fall through and sometimes they're just blatantly wrong. So that's why I don't read into them too much. However, when there was a rumor popping up that The Weeknd could be coming back, I was so freaking excited because back in 2022, The Weeknd After Hours Nightmare was one of the best, most underrated, I should say, which is like the horror crowd haunted houses I've ever been through in the 12 years I've been going now. When this first got announced back in 2022, everybody was skeptical about it. Everyone was like, well, how is The Weeknd going to be scary? How is it going to be brought to life? However, they brought that house to life very, very well. They executed it greatly. It was amazing. There were scary moments throughout it. They had a full facade, which was like an album cover. They had like the music slowed down throughout the entire house. Overall, The Weeknd After Hours Nightmare was just really incredible, and I think it proved a lot of people wrong. But yeah, flash forward to now, The Weeknd Nightmare Trilogy officially is coming to HHN 2024 this year, exclusively at Universal Studios Hollywood. Back in 2022, Orlando got it. This year, it's all Hollywood, baby. But that's not the only thing, because they also announced two new things. The Purge Dangerous Waters will be returning, which we'll spend a little time on. And also another Blumhouse thing, Terror Tram is confirmed. Terror Tram will be themed to Blumhouse this year and feature the Black Phone, Freaky, Megan, and of course The Purge. But let's first get into the details as far as the brand new haunted house coming to this year's event, The Weeknd Nightmare Trilogy. So in 2022 is strictly after hours that they focus on, and then they slowly started playing Dawn FM music in the queue, which I started to pick up on, and I was like, man, they have to bring that back one year, like they really do. This year they're featuring After Hours, they're featuring Dawn FM, and they're featuring a brand new Nightmare original twist, whatever that may be. Whether that be kind of similar to his new album that he's been teasing over the past year or so, which is like kind of like Nightmare Fuel. But if you go and look at his social media, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or if you're a fan of The Weeknd like myself, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, Dawn FM, After Hours, and a brand new original Nightmare twist will be featured in this haunted house experience. After Hours was incredible the way they were able to pull it off. I mean, you saw so many different things featured from his music videos, from the demented plastic surgeons to the giant lizard creature. Everything was featured in it. Now with Dawn FM, we've actually seen Dawn FM at HHN before. Not in the States though. Over across the seas, they actually did The Weeknd Dawn FM haunted house. So as soon as they announced that, I was super jealous. I was once again like, man, I hope we see that one day. There are so many different Dawn FM music videos and stuff like that that they can bring to life in this house experience. And now this one has been kind of quiet. This one will be located in Soundstage 15, similar to where Stranger Things was located last year. That's right behind Transformers, or now I guess you can say right behind Super Nintendo World at the park. But nobody's actually caught a glimpse of exactly what's being built inside. We've seen the facade work for Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines, and we've seen the facade work obviously for all the outside haunted houses and whatnot, nobody's caught in a glimpse of the door open for Soundstage 15, which by this time, construction updaters would have already caught a glimpse. So this one's been kind of kept under wraps. And John Murdy, creative director of HHN, also said that he took a secret meeting back in January to LA. As he lives in Ireland, he took a secret meeting to LA. Well, he now confirms that this secret meeting was all about the Weeknd haunted house. So, pretty exciting things. They've kept this one under wraps for a long time, and I'm pretty freaking excited for it to come back. Obviously, there were going to be skeptics about it, but I think the music haunted houses do very well, and I think if it's anything like After Hours Nightmare, then this house is going to thrive. And obviously, the general public absolutely loved it back in 2022, so it's definitely going to bring the Halloween Horror Nights a whole lot of revenue. With that being said, I obviously hope that they also bring the Weeknd bar back, because they did have the bar, the theme bar, in the lower lot area, right above the Jurassic World the Ride, so hopefully they bring back a Weeknd themed bar. Who knows though, there's different IPs down there like Texas Chainsaw Massacre that they can theme it to. I'm just saying, I hope they really theme it up to the Weeknd as well as they did back in 2022. But that's all the details as far as the Weeknd Nightmare Trilogy, a brand new haunted house coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year. Now let's jump into Terror Tram. We got confirmation on Terror Tram and also a couple different twists that you may not be expecting.
Hello?
Terror Tram Enter the Blumhouse is obviously going to be based around the properties that I was talking about. You have Megan, which we saw featured last year, and the Blumhouse show that they had in the DreamWorks Theater, wondering if she's going to have a mask or if it's just going to be a face character. We also have the Purge characters, which presumably these will probably be the chainsaw actors in the very beginning of the Terror Tram. You have the Black Phone, where you have the Grabber roaming around with his balloons and everything, and his knife. And then, of course, you have Freaky, where Freaky we've seen featured before as well. And then, of course, you have Happy Death Day. We've seen Happy Death Day featured before in a haunted house, and we've seen it featured at different events, including the Orlando event. Happy Death Day does return in the Blumhouse Terror Tram. So those are 4 different characters and different properties that you can see in the Blumhouse Terror Tram. Pretty excited about that. Honestly, I feel like Blumhouse really works well in this gauntlet type of style. I don't think it works very amazing in a haunted house type of experience. And even with the haunted house, the last haunted house that we had that was Blumhouse related was the Black Phone and Freaky. Also, I guess you could say a gauntlet type experience. So yes, I do think that the Purge and all of them, Megan and Happy Death Day and the Grabber, I think that works perfectly for an experience like the Terror Tram. So I'm sure we'll be in for a treat. However, there is a change coming to the Terror Tram this year, and no, it's not Log Bunny going away. We have been used to the past 2 years walking into the Jupiter's Claim set, the Nope set, if you will, and seeing all of the tethered in there. Well, now guests will not be able to experience that, only if you purchase an RIP tour. So you only get this experience if you are on an RIP tour. You will no longer walk through the Jupiter's Claim set. Now there's a positive to this. The positive being they could be doing a specific experience in there rather than just walking through it. They can be doing a specific audio experience in there. Or maybe it's similar to the different experiences when they're driving you on the trolley through the Wild West sets last year. Some form of experience I feel is coming in there, and they're not just going to have RIP just walk through there unless they want to separate loading from regular loading. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. However, the only way you'll be able to actually walk through the Nope sets is if you purchase an RIP tour. And last but not least, we have the Purge Dangerous Waters, a brand new show, or I guess you could say a new show for 2024. However, we've seen this show back last year in 2023. This show will be coming to HHN 2024. It's a stunt show based around the popular movies in The Purge. The Purge Dangerous Waters last year, it was fun. I wasn't the most entertained by it. Like, I feel like it was pretty generic. The costumes were pretty generic and everything, yada yada yada. However, the stunts, the lasers, and the music and everything were pretty freaking cool. So I really hope that they tweak a lot of things with the Purge Dangerous Waters this year and they make it all the better. If they're able to do that, then I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. I really enjoy the fact that they're actually putting a show in the Waterworld Theater. I think that's, like prime real estate for a show, especially with all the stunts that they can pull off. Obviously, seen years ago with Slaughter World. So I'm hoping that they make the necessary tweaks for the Purge Dangerous Waters this year, and it's even bigger and grander than it was the year before. But that's the confirmations as far as this past week goes. Purge Dangerous Waters, the Weeknd Nightmare Trilogy, and Terror Trim enter the Blumhouse. With that, of course, it looks like we have all the haunted houses announced for this year's HHN Hollywood. We have A Quiet Place, we have Monstros #2, The Nightmares of Latin America, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, we have Insidious, we have Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we have Dead Exposure Patient Zero, Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines, and now confirmed, the Weeknd Nightmare Trilogy. All new haunted houses coming to this year's event. I'm pretty excited about this year's event, and I will be making a hype list literally right after this video, so make sure you're subscribed with those bell notifications on so you don't miss that hype list. But I want to know now, down below, now that everything is announced, what exactly are you guys most excited for this year's Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood? If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below with those bell notifications on, and if you did enjoy this video, please leave it a like because it does help on the channel a whole lot. But as for today's video, my name is Scott, and you've been watching Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.